Leave a like on this video right now to receive your very own nothing in the mail. So you guys may have heard of this animation YouTuber called Domics. I'm pretty sure that's how you call his name. I've never heard someone actually say it in a video. But anyways, Domics is a fairly popular YouTuber, just a mere 7 million subscribers. No, but the real super popular YouTuber. He makes a lot of really good videos. I remember finding Domics' YouTube channel when I was about in 8th grade. On screen are his two most popular videos. I mean, I'm sure you guys have probably seen those in your recommended section at one point. So last night I actually had a friend contact me who is a relatively a decent fan to Domics, you know, isn't like a mega fan who like wakes up every day and prays to his shrine of Domics in the corner and every night says his good night prayers to Domics or anything, right? But he's a pretty big fan of him, enjoys his comics, and he sent me a text last night kind of just asking me to cover this topic. So my friend was kind of going through Domics' comment section and also kind of just going through on Twitter. I know, I mean, honestly, he is such a brave man for going on Twitter. I mean, he deserves a like and subscribe. But while he was going through the comment section in Twitter, I don't want to say that name anymore. He sent me about 15, 16 different screenshots of comments from a bunch of different people, mostly in the YouTube comment section, and it's not top comment, obviously, but he just kind of filtered it by newest, and he found a lot of comments, not just like one or two, but he definitely found enough that he thought like that enough people were doing this that it's annoying. I mean, TLDR, basically entitled fans, but we'll be going over in a second specifically what they were doing. So while I was reading these comments, they kind of fit into 3 different groups, and the thing is, I went on my notepad and kind of just typed up a summary of all 3 of them, kind of like an example one, because the thing is, whenever I show comments from Twitter or YouTube or whatever, I always blur the name, I always make it difficult to find, but you guys are like legitimately FBI spy agents and seem to find comments no matter what, so I'm not even, I just can't put original comments anymore, just because of like, I definitely have a lot of like, I hold privacy pretty high, especially since the people commenting this, they're probably younger kids, and the last thing I want is for anyone to actually go out and find these comments, so I thought I'd just kind of like summarize what the comments are saying, and we'll go over why, you know, they're just not the greatest. I would say this one encapsulates them pretty well, or at least a majority. Basically, the comments went along the lines of like, YouTube is a dream job. How dare Domics only just post once a month? I'd give anything for that job, you know? It kind of along the lines of that. And the thing is, I think a lot of people like don't understand, like, I feel like there's misconceptions when it comes to YouTube, and especially animation YouTube. Because when it comes to YouTubers, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of a weird situation because there's this kind of feeling that, you know, I would do anything for this, like, how can there be burnout with a dream job? I kind of have this weird perspective on the matter because I can kind of see both scenarios or both perspectives because I've been a viewer of YouTubers for a very long time, and for a shorter amount of time, I've been a YouTuber that's been posting consistently basically every day except for like a month where I almost quit the channel. Because 100% creative burnout is real. Like, I mean, I personally experienced it. I think every YouTuber has experienced it quite frequently, actually. Like, I know when you start making YouTube videos, like, I'm sure a lot of you guys have, like, started a channel, and it was, like, super fun, and it was also super fun when videos did all right, or well, or maybe you had a video get a couple thousand views or something, right? So, like, that definitely is a lot of fun. Yet, on the other hand, I 100% understand the argument of, like, hey, look, I'm working a pretty, like, a job I really don't want to do, and yeah, like sometimes you might not want to make YouTube videos, but at the end of the day, if your job can be making YouTube videos, you know, I 100% bet you'd rather be doing that than what I'm doing. Like, I 100% see that perspective as well. Probably the biggest misconception I had as a viewer that I kind of learned to be not true when I was actually a content creator and am a content creator is I kind of just assumed that YouTube videos, even if they took a while to make, they weren't like super time consuming. Look, obviously my gameplay commentary videos, they don't take that much time to make. I don't spend a ton of time on these videos, especially compared to people who make super highly edited gaming videos or animations, etc. But the thing is, one thing that's super easy when it comes to YouTube is to have a terrible work-life balance, meaning that you never think of anything else, that you're always thinking about YouTube. YouTube is your life, and if anything goes wrong in it, your entire life has gone wrong. Because like when you're making a video, you're always thinking of video topics, you're watching how your video performs, you're replying to comments, you're really reading into the analytics, you're studying your competition, you're coming up with ideas, you're actually making the video, you're constantly thinking, oh my god, is my channel about to fall off a cliff? And if you want to help prevent my channel from falling off a cliff, make sure you are subscribed subscribe to the channel with notifications on. I'll love you forever. That transition was kind of like a 2 out of 10. I'll try and do better next time. But no, but back on topic, it's just, I feel that like people will neglect the fact that like YouTube can sometimes be so time consuming and kind of life consuming at times. So the second type of comment, probably the second most frequent I saw when I was looking through the ones my friend showed me, was kind of along the lines of like, the only reason Domics has an audience is because of us, and like it's not fair how he doesn't post anymore, and kind of like we gave him this job, bro. Like, why isn't he posting? Like, if it just kind of like they felt like that he was ungrateful. But I don't know. This kind of just feels like kind of like the entitlement comment, which the thing is, I kind of understand where these comments are coming from, but in my opinion, they're not super based in reality. I mean, this is kind of like the same scenario when people donate to streamers, like they'll donate a streamer $5, and then like when the streamer doesn't do exactly what they want, they feel betrayed in a sense. And the thing is, it's kind of like it's a voluntary transaction, right? You can stop watching X creator whenever, and if a creator stops making content you like they won't take it personally. You're just gonna stop watching because you just don't like the content. Like, that happens. So while yes, it is true, the only reason that content creators have jobs or careers is because they have fans that watch their content. Like, that's just a fact, right? But it's also true that, you know, it isn't a one-sided street here. It isn't like a one-sided relationship. This isn't some kind of like parasitic relationship where the content creator is sucking the lifeblood out of the fans, right? It's a two-way street. This is definitely symbiotic here. Did I get that one right? Yeah, this is a symbiotic relationship. I mean, you're giving the content creator likes, follows, watching ads, subscriptions, all that fun stuff, and they're giving you content to consume and enjoy. So while I definitely understand the feeling that like a creator should be at least accountable to their audience and at least try and do well for their audience, and I 100% back that, I just see all these comments, and it's not even just with Domics here. I've seen it with Dan, I've seen it with Dream. Recently, the Dream face reveal where his fans were like, we want to see his face. Made a video about that a couple weeks ago. It's kind of the feeling that I give you subscribers, you should give me what I want. So the last one I saw, which is probably the least frequent, but still it was there, and I feel like I at least need to speak on this, is definitely more animation specific, but basically TLDR, these comments basically read like, why do they only post once a month? They make minute-long animations. Like, I make minute-long animations as well, and maybe they're not as good, but they definitely don't take me a month to make. And then they're also like, you know, there are cartoons out there that post just as frequently, and yeah, they have a team, but the cartoons are like 12 minutes long, and they're a lot more complicated, basically saying that they could be posting more. First off, I want to say I'm not an animator by any means. I used to kind of dabble in some stop motion animation for about a year in like 7th grade, but by no means am I an animator. But to my knowledge, that stuff is super time consuming. And the fact that they can even upload once a month, like pretty decent length animations and definitely pretty decently done. I mean, they have enough of a following. I mean, you need a storyline, you need the animations. I honestly feel that their upload rate is pretty good. The question being, could they upload more? Maybe. Maybe they could upload 2 or 3 times a month. But it goes back to kind of the first creator burnout. If they were to work every single working hour on these animations, I almost guarantee you that their careers would be significantly shorter because they would have a creative burnout, they wouldn't want to post as much, or the content would just be worse because they feel like they have to push stuff out or work every single waking second. The quality of work would just fall off a cliff. What I'd like you guys to do right now is, as you're probably seeing on screen, 4 videos. I would like you to click on one of the 4 videos. It's super easy, dude. All you got to do is see one of those 4 videos. All you got to do is click on it. You'll get 10,000 trillion years good luck, and yeah, bye.